I'm Mrs. Jyoti from Bhopal. I have a question, or rather I need your guidance. With the influence of the modern culture, there's a tremendous amount of change in the society where the media is playing a very big role, and that we find a change in the values system in our new generation. Please guide us, how do we cope up with this change in the values among our children? Thank you.
See, this is not a new problem. This has been an age-old problem. Every generation thinks the next generation is loose. Did you not face such things with your parents, I'm asking? They thought you were not okay. You're thinking the next generation is not okay. We're making the same mistake with every generation. Well, for me personally, I wish it becomes like this for everybody. For me personally, my integrity is not because of my morality. My integrity is because of my humanity. This is the only value we must have, that we are human. Rest of the values are all made up by us, isn't it? Your values may not agree with me, my values may not agree with you, but I don't have any, so you don't have to agree with me. The important thing is, our humanity is not compromised at any time. Because many times our morality, our values, our ethics are against our own humanity. So-called moral people are doing inhuman things to each other, isn't it? Hello? In the name of religion, in the name of morality, in the name of ethics and values, people have done terrible things to each other, isn't it so? So what does humanity mean? See, every other creature on this planet goes by its instinct. It has no ethic, it has no value, it has no philosophy, it has no religion. Whether it's a grasshopper or a tiger, both of them have no values or ethics or anything. They go by their instincts. They instinctively react to everything. This is why we call tiger, a grasshopper, an elephant, an elephant. Only you, we call you a human being. This means you are supposed to know how to be. How far away from that are we? If you knew how to be, would you be wonderful or nasty? I'm asking. If you had a choice and you know how to be, would you be wonderful every moment of your life or would you be nasty? Wonderful. If you are wonderful, as we've already gone through this, you would naturally be wonderful to everything else, you don't need values. You don't… See, I wonder, what kind of teaching is this, really? Somebody tried to tell me this when I was in United States and I said, this is not even a teaching for me. Somebody says, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not rob your neighbor. It never occurred to me either to rob my neighbor or to kill him. Why are you even telling me such a thing? Because it never occurred to me that I have to rob my neighbor or to kill my neighbor. It is not even a teaching for me. If your humanity is on, this is not a teaching at all, isn't it? If your humanity is switched off, then maybe you need these things, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not rob, thou shalt not do this or that. But if your humanity is on, why? So what being human means is, see, you see all the animals, it's happening everywhere, you might not have seen the wild animals doing it, but at least you see the dogs on the street peeing all over the place. You think he has a urinary tract problem? No, he is building a pea kingdom. He's setting his boundaries all the time. So the fundamental thing about being human is, we can live here without any sense of boundary within myself. A human being means you are capable of erasing the boundaries, physical boundaries that we naturally have. Beyond that we can operate, beyond that we can reach out, beyond that we can function, beyond that we can think and feel. You can go beyond what is mine and what is not mine. All other creatures go by what is mine and what is not mine. This is my territory, that is your territory. But human being has the capacity to go beyond that. If you do not exercise that, well, we will have to say, you're a human creature, not a human being. Human being means you are able to wipe out the boundaries. As you know, in the human brain, there is a reptilian brain about the size of a fist. That part of your brain is always trying to establish boundaries. But the cerebral cortex is always seeing how to expand your boundaries. If you empower that dimension which we call as human being, there is also a human creature within us. We are a product of evolution. So all these animals are still in us. This is why in yoga, all the asanas are named after animals, because we are working how we can transcend this animal nature and we can genuinely become a human being. That means how I am is decided by me, not by any nature, not by any other force other than me, how I am within myself. If this one thing if we do, if this we inculcate in our children, we don't have to worry about their morality, as long as they're wonderful human beings. Especially if they're not like you. Is it not great they're not like you? It's very important. Next generation does something that we could not imagine possible, isn't it so? Hello? Should next generation do only what we think is right? No, they must do something that you could not even imagine possible. But if we do not inculcate in them what it means to be human, if we do not stir up their humanity in a big way at an early age, then they will become human animals, dangerous. Other animals don't have the needed intelligence, so we can easily control them. Human animal is very dangerous. So we should not breed human animals. We must stir up the humanity in such a way that our humanity is the first, is the face of who we are. Everything else is behind it. My likes and dislikes, my morals, my values, my belief systems, my gods, my angels, my heavens, all should follow our humanity. Humanity should be the face of who you are. This is what you need to bring in our children.